What's happening, my film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, let's talk about some of the spoilers. Not really much when it comes to No Time to Die, but I thought I'd do a little spoiler discussion. Anyways, I mean, I think the only spoilers that we could talk about, and yes, spoilers, guys, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't check it out yet. We got Felix, of course, Jeffrey Wright's character, who was, showed up. He showed up in 3 of the 5, I believe that's what we determined. Loved his character, always liked his character. He's never like a huge character, but he always was there to help Bond, and it's Jeffrey Wright. He's going to be Commissioner Gordon. He's got that voice. It's just, hey, what are you talking about, bud? Yes, he dies, and it sucks. Fuck, I was like, oh, let Felix live. Please let Felix live. But sadly, there's an agent that he was working with was, sadly working for the wrong people, and then he ends up getting a bullet to the belly, and then they're on this boat, and it ends up sinking, and it's sad. I was like, no, Felix, that sucks. That really sucks. But it's okay. It's fine. Especially when he said he wanted to get back to his family. You're like, oh. And the big ones that I think maybe some Bond enthusiasts didn't really like was the fact that James Bond has a daughter. What? And it's really obvious. It's almost like they didn't really want to hide it. They really didn't want to hide it because when he meets up with, I forgot her name. I should have had the IMDb page open. But, the woman that he was in love with, it goes 5 years later, and then sure enough, she has like a 5-year-old daughter, and it's like she's got these, big blue eyes that look. Even he points it out too, like blue eyes. But she lies again and just says like, "Oh, hey, wait, it's not yours. It's not yours." But then we kind of put it together. But see, what's interesting about that though, when it's revealed to him, which is at the end, the final act, when he approaches Rami Malek's character, and Rami Malek's holding the girl hostage, kind of thing, and he starts just saying like, "Oh yeah, that's look at that's your father." I mean, he starts saying stuff like that. But like the virus or the nanobots, I forgot it, the Hershey's or whatever the hell they called it, which is like little nanobots that are programmed with somebody's DNA. So when that gets exposed to that person, they just immediately and die, like instantly. But everybody else would be fine. So it's engineered. Pretty scary, kind of interesting stuff. The fact that you can engineer like a virus that's nanotech to just go to, with somebody's DNA, and then whoever's related to them as well. So if you're related to anybody and you get exposed, you're fucked too, just like they are. But I thought like, okay, you're setting that up because what eventually ends up happening is Bond gets exposed when Rami Malek's character is like, oh yeah, well I got this too, and I used your daughter's blood, so then it's gonna work on him. And of course, when that happens, you go, fuck, they're killing Bond. But I thought that would have been a better like reveal if they revealed that yes, that is his daughter by the fact that he was like, oh shit. But maybe I don't know. Maybe that was just too difficult to do. But man, I tell you, and it was a little weird too because it opens up with. The love interest, Bond's love interest, and she, you see her as a kid, and it's Rami Malek who shows up to like kill her dad, I guess, because her dad got killed his family. And it was just like, well, wait a minute. I'm like, wait, how long ago was that? How old is she? There's just like some things where I was trying to do some calculations of years. It was all very interesting. And of course, the Blofeld stuff was cool too. Like in the beginning when he goes to Vesper's grave, and then it just boom, blows up. I was like, holy shit. Some really crazy stuff, man. Blofeld's still handling business, even though he's locked up in a maximum security prison. It's crazy. But yes, when it came to the fact that he got exposed to that virus and he just knew he was done for, and then the facility they were at, of course, they have these blast doors that needed to be open so the missiles can go in there and blow up everything. I didn't quite know exactly what the villain, what he exactly wanted to do. It's like he was going to release the virus, and basically target a bunch of certain people. But it's like, but why? I didn't really. Maybe I have to watch it again to see like exactly why he wanted to do that. But I don't know. It was still great, and Rami Malek was still creepy as fuck. You always want to have like a pretty creepy villain, I should say, who has a fortress on some remote island that has blast doors and crazy like hallways and like a temple-like setting. You always want that. You definitely always want that. But yeah, it got to the point. I mean, it was a fucking cool final act. There was even a one-shot in a stairwell. It wasn't all like spoofy kind of crazy one-shot, but it was still a one-shot. I went, all right, cool. You gave Bond a one-shot. Daniel Craig Bond a one-shot, which was great. And then when it was just basically when he is talking to her and just basically saying, oh man, my eyes welled up. I was like, oh, they're going to kill Bond. Sure enough, he gets blasted away, and they have like a little, they pour some scotch or whatever Money Penny, and M and all those guys, everybody who's been a part of the franchise, who's still alive, even the new Double O. And again, context with the Double O. There was a back and forth thing where they were talking about the number. It was like, it's just a number, and then she ends up giving him back the number. That's the thing, is the new 007 ends up giving James back the 007 number before they go on this crazy mission. It's like, see, context, people. Stop fucking freaking out about everything. Not everything needs that big time push back. I get things are woke, but shit, not everything is. Not every little thing is. Even like the when so many people were passing around that Bond was riding behind her as opposed to reversed, because it's like emasculating or something on the on her moped. But it's just like, this is when we first met her, and she was setting him up by fucking up his truck where he was living, and then she just goes, "You need a ride?" And then when he gets on the back, she like literally grabs his hand and puts it like on her belly, and I'm like, still fucking Bond, bitches. Context. Not everything's a freak out. But anyways, so there you go. I was like, that's pretty much the spoiler discussion right there, where it's just, I enjoyed it. Question some little things, but I think I just need to watch it again. It's all pretty beautiful, but man, like I said, teared up when he's just standing there and he's seeing the missiles about to go, and he's talking to her and just kind of just saying all that stuff, and he's just like, at the same time though, it's like, can you really see Bond as a family man? Could he really do that? It's like, could you really? Because I was wondering, I'm like, are they going to end it with him going off like a Dark Knight Rises kind of thing, where he just goes off somewhere with them and he ends up being this family man? Are they going to do that, or are they going to kill him off? And sure enough, they killed him. So, all right, there it is, guys. My spoiler discussion. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. Hit that like, thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. You got the join button if you want to become a member. And of course, we've got Patreon too, if you want to help out the pirate ship with that. And then, of course, the Film Junkie Closet with merchandise. All right, guys. Talk to you later.